Hey everybody, welcome to another lesson. This one is basically how to configure your Apache server when you're using view router in history mode. Um, the the advantage of hash mode is that when you've set it to hash mode by default, you don't have to configure the Apache. Downside is the SEO is terrible. So if you want the SEO advantage, you have to use history mode. And also, yeah, it just looks better on your toolbar when you're going from page to page. So when you've made the build in history mode, you have to do some manual configuration, and I'll show you why you have to do that. So let's say I go to my customer's website. So initially, the JavaScript will load everything all at once, and it works fine when you navigate initially. The problem is when you refresh, um, everything will reload again, and then the Apache by default will look for a home HTML page, and it won't find it. So you end up with this error. So that's because the JavaScript is not re-rendering correctly, um, precisely because Apache by default is just looking for HTML pages or links that will link to a page that's labeled home. So here's how to fix that. So you just go to the view router docs, and then um, you just kind of look for example server configurations. It was a recent search. Like if you were just, for example, just looking, you would look for history mode, and then you would find that example server configurations. And then you would just copy this. Like if it's on the root page, if your index HTML is on the root folder, then you don't have to change any of this. You just have to copy that. Um, if your single page application is on a subfolder from the root, then you have to rewrite the base here. So you'd have to change that to whatever your subfolder is where your index HTML page is. But in this case, you don't have to make any changes or any configurations. So you can just go here, add a file, add an htaccess file, and all right, I just downloaded it by mistake. My bad. Let me just make the edit. And then all you have to do is just paste what you just did with the configuration and then save the changes. Now, once you do that, the fix is made. So in this particular case, I'm using cPanel through NameHero. NameHero is my particular, hosting option of choice. Um, cPanel, by default will have everything running Apache. All of your website home folders will be in Apache. So that's kind of the nice advantage. Um, you also get a lot of MySQL space, and MySQL works with anything. And yeah, it pretty much works for me and what I'm trying to do and my needs. So um, yeah, it's pretty much as simple as that. So just remember that whenever you're making your view router and you want good SEO for your website, for your clients, or for whatever, that you make sure that it's set to history mode and that you make an htaccess file and you have that configuration in the root page. And yeah, that's it. Hope you liked this video. If you did, remember to like, subscribe, comment, and that's it. Have a good one.